productive play on first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, SMU.
Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback extends the play. Caught behind the line. It's Cantrell. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
It's a really nice job by the defense staying disciplined there. The quarterback's trying to get it out on the right side. As soon as he makes the catch, though, down he goes. Really good job with the tackle.
The give to the tailback. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
He's brought down at the 20. Third down coming.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking for a man. It's Jennings. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too.
You know, there's a lot of communication when it comes to defenses. Like, you have to talk, have to understand if somebody does this, I have to do this. I have to pass off wide receivers. Apparently, the communication was busted.
Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Mustangs! That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the house call coming on the run from the 23.
7, North Carolina, 0.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
To kick off.
First down for the offense. Leaves it with the back. At the 35, he's loose. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Hampton. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground cover and pick up the first. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Back to pass. It's Criswell. Fired in there, but incomplete. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Using the quick game. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They want to just keep throwing it. Caught in the backfield. It's Jones. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Hampton. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Hampton. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, UNC! I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
Nah, so many blockers out front. Where are the defenders? And it's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him.
On to attempt the try. Right down the boulevard. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Throws for the tight end. And the pass is intercepted.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
On the run, it's Hampton. They'll stop him at the 31. Let's mark it off at 5 yards, and that will be a 1st down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
Right back to the well. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the 1st down.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football. So the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
In the red area, it's Hampton. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Loss of 3. Brings up third down.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score tied 7-7.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Now the play fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, on third and short in field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
Not a chance. Missed it. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Paul, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this route.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Quarterbacks are, there's so many adjectives to describe them. Calm, cool, collected, accurate, so on and so on. But a lot of times it's just smart. Understanding the situation, the down and distance, and knowing where that first down marker is. Great job going to get that first down. New set of downs.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And that quarterback knew the counter run was going to work on that play because he counted the box defensively before the snap. He saw that he had an advantage in numbers and blockers getting a hat on a hat, so he knew that was a green light. As soon as he got the snap, off they go, and it's an explosive play.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Mustangs are in the hurry-up. From the gun on third down. Scrambling away. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Great players like this just do a good job of making you pay. And if you want to drop back and play coverage, that's fine. He can scramble around, buy time, beat you down the field. But if nothing's open, boom. I take it and easily get a first down, make a big play, just make it a headache for the defense.
Trying to find his man on first down. Going to try to get it himself. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
And that's a really good job by this defense because, remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
Well, that didn't bust for a long one. Now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Fires on the move. Complete downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. Running to the left. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Off the play fake. Moves around to clear up the vision. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. To throw, it's Jennings. Unleashes to the end zone. What a snag by the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. 4th down, and the clock keeps dwindling away, and they'll try to get the snap off quickly. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. The Tar Heels will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He gets it away from his own end zone. Fair catch is made, but there is laundry on the deck, so we might be having a do-over. Too much contact after the fair catch signal, and it'll cost him here. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. He'll fire to his right. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. The corners are walked up tight. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, SMU.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, You want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And he steps to the sidelines on this return. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Power football with the run. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5. And the Tar Heels want to crank the tempo. Running back searching for a hole. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. On the run, it's Hampton. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. That's caught. It's Jones. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The Tar Heels will line it up on 1st and 10. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll throw it on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
The official says no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
A strike downfield. Touchdown, Tar Heels. What a catch and run for 6.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And right down the middle. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
He makes a catch. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Leaves it with the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
We're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There's nowhere for that guy to go.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Pulls it in. It's Cantrell. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
They're bringing heat. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. And the Mustangs moving quickly to the line. On 4th down, going to the air. The completion well past the sticks. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. That took nerves of steel to convert that 4th down on the road.
Oh, man, the crowd going nuts. A big-time opportunity in the third quarter to create some momentum, help them go crazy, help them go nuts. But the offense does their job, quiets the crowd, gets the big 4th down conversion.
Unleashes one deep. And they almost came up with that pick in the end zone. What a stop that would have been.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. The give is to Smith. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. Great shot at a field goal from here. You don't want to be reckless and take it off the board, but you got to go for the score. Off play action. Might be looking to run. Slings it downfield. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. The offense has it 1st and 10 from their own 20. They're going to ride this running back. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Give to the running back. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Hampton. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Criswell. Looking to scramble. He's going to run it. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. And after 3, we're all tied up.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll give it to the back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
He's got it again. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chains. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm now. They're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Gonna run it. It's Hampton. Down to the 30-yard line where he's stopped after a gain of 5, and that will be a 1st down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. They'll ride the hot hand. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. Already 2 for 2 on third down, but this time they'll need 9 to convert. Back to throw, it's Criswell. He's got it down the middle. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Wide receiver shows motion. Trying to get the corner on the jet sweep. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that is how you stop the jet sweep if you're on defense. You get penetration up front. Yeah, they're going to try to outflank you, but they can't do anything about it if you got dudes up front winning one-on-one.
On the move, it's Hampton. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Gets it out fast. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
What a great job by the quarterback working through his progressions here. In a 2-minute situation, he doesn't force it down the field if it's not open. Check it down to your back, let him go to work, and he comes up with a huge play.
A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on fourth down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Low man wins. Defense that time on fourth down was expecting run, and you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do, so tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, trying to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
Dropping back, it's Jennings. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Mustangs will call on their punt team. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, we always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense gives you and get yourself in position to win.
Gonna run it. It's Barlow. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. They'll rush to the line. Clock stop for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Now the offense has its shot to keep this game from going into overtime. The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Getting some heat. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Criswell. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, they're trailing in this game late, and the defense knows it, so they're playing for pass. 2 plays ago, they get the sack. This time, they force an incompletion. Not a lot the offense can do here to catch them off guard. They're just going to have to make a huge play here on 4th down.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First down for this offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Trying to get to it. And the quarterback is snowed under. We'll get it started here in overtime. Looking for a crease. It's Barlow.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quarterback checking off. Back to throw. It's Criswell. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Nice job by the defense reading the tight end's formation. He was lined up inside. They had an answer for him. Multiple players ready for the ball to go his way. And as a result, that thing falls incomplete.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. The give to the back. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. Defense will call a timeout. They got a peek at the formation. Want to make sure they're in the right call on this big down here in overtime. Does the drama get any thicker? The offense comes to the line on 4th down here in overtime. They'll try to pick up the first. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
First down, and they'll win it with any kind of score here in overtime. They'll leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
This is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Jennings. Floating away. He'll try to do it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They think there's room to run to the right here. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3.
That's a good, solid run there, Reese. And if you want to win in overtime, running the football is a good idea.
Showing that you're the more physical team in overtime can really be a breaking of their will. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. They must protect the football here. They're already well within range of a game-winning field goal attempt. Pushes ahead. He got it in, and the celebration is on.